Howdy folks, this is Reku, making sure my levels are working, and I think I had everything turned on for once. Hooray! Yes, good evening, thank you for joining me. We'll be starting up more Ghost Trick Phantom Detective in just a mo, but before we do, I'm going to do the usual thing and hop over to the board, talk about what's going on this week. Yeah, so nothing particularly new and exciting here. All things willing, this week is going to look a lot like last week. I want to try to wrangle some more folks for Lethal Company on Thursday. Between playing that myself and hey Sky, thanks for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, between playing it myself on Thursday and also watching a collab with a bunch of folks on Saturday, I really want to play this game more. I'm so bad at it, but I think the point is you're supposed to be bad at it, and that's funny. The game is absolute rife for comedy gold. So I'm hoping to run up a crew of great assets to play that on Thursday. If that doesn't quite come together, I may just play Dead by Daylight as a fallback. But anyway, that's the goal. And then we'll be back here Saturday with more Saturday morning Spud. I found out the hard way this past Saturday. Saturday morning is kind of a death slot for Final Fantasy. Queues took way too honkin' long and, well, live and learn. Let's see. Also found out that, yeah, if you accidentally have Live 2D running in 4K resolution in the background, it's real bad. So that's not happening now. All right. Well, no other programming notes to speak of, so let's just get right into it. All right. Turn the game volume up. Turn my headset volume down because ouch. Yeah, I think that's what it was. So I went into my VTube Studio, which I'm using VTube Studio even though this is not a Live 2D model, because it's a smoke and mirrors trick I learned on Twitter, Torment Nexus, on how to get K-Bonk working. So I basically have an invisible layer of Live 2D running right now. In fact, maybe it can be not so invisible. Be right back, going to the astral plane. See, and now this thing is going, and this is actually tracking the K-Bonk. So let's chuck a spug at the cat. Yep, that happens. But I can have that layer hidden, and then I'm back from the astral plane. So yeah, smoke and mirrors. The guy I learned that from, I posted about on Twitter recently, but yeah, stupid little trick, and it lets me do K-Bonk even without a Live 2D model. But it does add a little bit extra GPU overhead, so every little bit counts, and that's what killed me on Saturday. That and I, didn't, that and I forgot to put a frame rate limiter on VTube Studio, so God only knows how many frames per second that was rendering. That was a bad combination. Do not recommend. Anyway, into the video game. Okay, so yeah, we got through chapter 10, and I believe there are 17 chapters in total, so definitely won't be finishing it tonight. Yes, this is the most gorgeously rendered cat, and you will never see it. Yeah, we got to chapter 11, and there are 17 in total. I don't know if 17 is a stage or just an epilogue, so I'm thinking we might wrap this game next week. We'll see. And I've already got a couple of ideas in mind for what to play after that, as well as a really dumb cockamamie idea, which that I might save for Saturday morning Spud. I haven't decided yet. Oh, right, voiceover. The Justice Minister's daughter has been abducted. The kidnappers demand the execution of the death row prisoner Joe to be carried out tonight. Oh no, the minister's daughter has been kidnapped. Are you a bad enough dude to rescue the Prime Minister's daughter? If you get that reference, you're old. I made it, so I'm extra old. Lynn says the execution is a mistake, and I believe her. And so I'm paying the kidnapper's And so I'm paying the kidnapper's hideout a visit to see what I can find out about the abduction. Lady with a riding crop. What took you so long? Your instinct was right, Beauty, my dear. They had that restaurant surrounded. It took me forever to shake them, and now my poor bike is ready for the scrap heap. Next time, maybe you should make it a tricycle so you don't hurt yourself. Ouch, that hurts, Beauty. But that's okay. That's what I love about you. Short guy, tall lady. That setup seems vaguely familiar. Be a little more gentle with our valuable hostage, please. Yes, yes, always keep a smile on a lady's face. Right, my dear? There. See that, Beauty? Now there's a smile blooming on your face, too, my dear. Yes, a wry smile. I'm going out for a breath of fresh air. You're on guard duty. All right, I'll dream of you until your return. Why don't you open the trunk for our guest? I will, Beauty. I was just taking a little breather. All right, little lady. Let me open that trunk for you. Or not. And he immediately falls asleep. Looks like the Justice Minister's daughter really has been kidnapped. And something else is bothering me too. Yep. I don't think I've ever been to this room before, but something about it is giving me a strange sense of déjà vu. I've seen something like this before. It is very similar to the death trap underneath the, in the office of the junkyard. Taking something precious to manipulate others. So that's what kidnapping is. The dirty tricks those without the powers of the dead come up with. What's that line from Invincible? Look at the toys they use to emulate a fraction of our power. Is it Invincible? I think that's the name of the show. The gritty superhero thing on Netflix, Amazon Prime. I should know this. I watched season 1. However, if I take that precious thing back, their power vanishes, doesn't it? Yeah, I think part 1 of season 2 is out. I haven't watched it yet. Me and my partner are actually watching through Critical Role Vox Machina. But I would like to watch season 2 of Invincible once it's out. Well, I think they're doing a multi-part release once it's all out, yeah. Now then, time to see how the Justice Minister's little girl is doing. Before this guy wakes up from his dream of beauty. I actually saw someone post a funny meme. Meme/commentary. I'm guessing the internet's in an uproar because there's nothing else going on in their life right now. I think they're doing a split season with season 2 of Invincible, and the crux of this post was, if you're serious about wanting artists and animators to have better treatment and working conditions, this is what it looks like. Not as a pejorative, so they should suffer, but more like a, you know, if you want them to have reasonable work hours, things are going to get delayed. I think that's all right. All right, how do I ghost trick again? Okay, L1 to zoop around, and then... yeah. That's not it. Okay, now I can't go ghost mode midway through. Oh, casually starting fires. That's the thing ghosts do, right? Alright. Do something with the door while it's burning brighter. Nope. Oh, okay, we can actually swing the decoration. Oi. Eee. Okay, we need to be on the clock. But that didn't work. This is one of those things you light with fire, isn't it? As long as there's light in this room, something like this really necessary. But if something can be lit, it kind of makes me want to light it. I need another core to reach it, the trunk and I need another core to reach the trunk and open it. I wonder if I can create a new core. Casually starting fires. Good use of that emoji. Darn. Can't reach my destination from here. Okay. So somehow we need to light the fire. Okay, we can only rock it a little bit. That's not the solution. I wonder if we can use the candle from before. Even brighter? Nope, won't let us do that. So, can we move that? Cleared the jumping poltergeist. Okay, I got a Chivo. Hooray, Chivos. Don't see what I'm supposed to do here. Nope, that don't work. Oh, that... Is that doll holding dynamite? That doll is holding dynamite. Okay, what can we do? Oh wait, I wonder if I can loose one of the other pieces of the, this decoration. Cannot make it swing. But I can make the motor spin faster. Ah, okay, now I can hit it with the door. Okay, and maybe I can use that as a jumping point. Anyway, so kind of got a thought this morning. And it didn't hurt, so don't say anything. I've got a capture card. It's HDMI based, but I sort of had a hankering to fire up my old PS2 and see if, well, for starters, see if my PS2 works. And of all things, play Burnout 3 Takedown. I haven't played that game in years. But I just kind of got the hankering to fire that up. I don't know. I might do that sometime. Oh, we can start a fire now. Yeah, I think part of what prompted that discussion was like, well, not discussion, just the thought process was, well, first off, that game was freaking cool. And like, Sony's coming under a little bit of fire right now because they're about to deactivate a whole bunch of digital like TV show and movie purchases because of licensing agreements. And I don't think Burnout 3 Takedown ever has, and probably never will, if we're being honest, get an HD remaster for the music rights. And the soundtrack to that game was frickin' awesome. Anyway, that's what kind of prompted that thought. That could be something I If I order the damn capture card... Sorry, if I order a HDMI to composite converter, which they're not expensive, it's like... You can get a basic one for 10 bucks on Amazon. I might do that. That would be a fun thing to do on a Saturday morning, maybe. But, except I can't go back up. How did I get down here? Oh, I remember. I went this way. I know PS2 emulators are a thing, and I think I've heard that they're actually a fairly mature spot at this point. But, if I've got the console, and I think I've still got a copy of the game, I guess that's really operative. An important detail there. Why don't I just do the original hardware? Okay, oh, and now I gotta make this thing spin faster. That'll catch the thing on fire. There we go. Oh. I should have thought about this. I'm betting that dynamite exploding would be bad. Well, I think we're about to commit a ghost murder. Let's see, is there anything else? There's this party popper here. Just my imagination. How do you not notice the lit stick of dynamite behind you? Just my imagination? That's all he has to say? One moment, taking a sip of tea. What an amazingly simple fellow. This room, on the other hand, is starting to look amazingly festive. Question is, how can I use it to my advantage? Well, there's arson, and arson, and arson. I think that is the play here. Okay. Still don't know what the play is here. So far, this balance toy seems kind of useless. Oh! I love how when I say a thing and then immediately it happens. This guy is comically, like, inattentive. Okay. Open the trunk, and it's a child. Not the child I was expecting. What in the... What's going on here? This little lady is... Is this little lady really a daughter of the Justice Minister? No it's not, dude. Me, Sissel. Also, I want this suitcase. Like a suitcase that turns into a lawn chair. That's badass. Got a cup holder and everything. What's with the fun book and juice? Oh, pardon that. Like I said, always keep a smile on a lady's face. I wanted to treat our guest well. How about treating me well? I'd like some bread and milk, please. Easy to please. At your service, my dear. Be back in a flash. Hey, mister. Yes, cute little lady. More juice, perhaps? All you have to do is ask. Have I been kidnapped? Don't cry, little dear. There's nothing to be afraid of. The surroundings are miserable and filthy, I know, but we just ask for a little patience. Don't say those awful things about this house. This house is where I used to live. Oh. Awkward. What? I apologize, little lady. I'm the one who's miserable and filthy. Forgive me. What's the meaning of this, beauty? Why here at this girl's old house? Don't ask me. It was the other party in our deal who chose the location. Oh. Oh, I see. It's been empty for 5 years, and apparently nobody ever comes here. But never mind that. What about my bread and milk? Oh, of course. Now, you be a good girl while I'm gone. That guy's got awful posture. You just read your book and drink your juice. I want to go home. Not quite yet. This dilapidated place was Camilla's old house? What's going on here? What in the world? Why does the little lady have a core of the dead? When I helped her out at Lynn's apartment, she didn't have one. So that must mean she must have died sometime after that. But if she died, who rezzed her? I wonder if it was Ray. And it also means somebody else must have saved her. I'd better ask her what happened. Oh, wrong button. Wait, have we spoken with this girl before? About to get awkward. Who's there? Oh, wait a minute. Is that you, Missile? Missile? I'm sorry. I'm not Missile. My name's Sissel. Missile, Sissel. Not confusing at all. My name is Camilla. Camilla? So it is her. I knew it. What happened to me? What is this place? I can hardly tell the poor little thing that this is the land of the dead. Oh, right. If we think it, the other person can hear it anyway. The land of the dead? Does that mean I'm dead? Darn, I forgot there are no secrets in the ghost world. You can relax. You are not dead. But this isn't the first time you've been here, apparently. Really? I don't remember. Wait a minute. Maybe I do remember. Sort of. You do? Looks like she doesn't remember being saved very well. There's some other dead person out there with special powers, huh? Anyway, I don't want to press her if she doesn't remember dying. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about something else? Sure, go ahead, sissy. Sissy, huh? Lynn asked me to do something for her tonight. I know about that part. She asked you to go to the chicken kitchen on Dead End Drive, right? Yeah, but I never got there. Now I wish I could say I'm sorry to her. I never should have gone through that park. What park? Temsic Park. It's a shortcut to Dead End Drive. Is that where the kidnappers grabbed you? Yeah. Lynn always said, I don't like that park. Scary things happen there. Temsic Park, huh? What am I going to do? Lynn's going to be mad. She is? How come? Because I left it there. The music box. In the park. Oh, that's right. The music box. Yeah, that's the thing Jode wanted us to look up to, if you want any answers about anything. This is your old house? Yep. This is where we lived until 5 years ago. But now I live with Lynn and Missile. Lynn is like a big sister to you, isn't she? Yep. She's a detective, you know. She's a hero. She is, huh? By the way, about your father. Is he the justice minister? My father is gone. Gone? Maybe he passed away? No, that's not it. My dad, he's going to die. And it's all because of me. Oh, Jode's daughter. What? What do you mean because of me? Why would you say that? It's called an execution. My dad is a detective. No way. Don't tell me your father is Detective Jode? That's right. What in the world? 5 years ago, something really bad happened. Like a scary dream, but it wasn't a dream. Sip of tea? Boiled leaf juice. 5 years ago, that murder case. That music box was hidden in the apartment. I finally found it with a little bit of luck and courage. Guess where it was? I don't know. Where? I'll pretend I don't know. You know. You don't have to humor me. Oops. So what happened to the music box? I hid it in the bushes at the park, just before it happened. Just before... Oh, just before you were kidnapped, huh? I didn't want the bad man to take it, so I hid it. I bet it's still there in the park. You did well. The music box is in the park. I'd better let Lynn know. It was Mom's birthday that day. My mom and dad were working, and I was home by myself. And then I had an idea. I was going to surprise my mom. I set up that Oh. Uh-oh. Contraption. I'm home, Camilla. Why is it dark? Oh. Okay, so, good news. Not dynamite. What was that noise? I still can't believe it happened. It wasn't supposed to work like that. I know that contraption. And I know how it was supposed to work. Party poppers and a cake. A birthday message. Instead, it turned into a birthday massacre. Anyway. My dad told me not to tell anybody. Just leave it to me, he said. Oh, Adam, thanks for stopping in. I tried to use the rim shot sparingly, but, if you get the joke, I think it was worth it. Anyway, my dad wanted to be executed. He asked them for it. But I wanted to tell everybody it was my fault. My dad said what I saw was just a bad dream. He told me to forget it. Huh, thank you. I'm glad the joke landed. This is also unbelievably tragic. I can't believe it. This little lady is Detective Jode's daughter? I guess that explains why Lynn is looking after her. I just can't tell her. I can't tell her why she was kidnapped. Why was I kidnapped? I want to know. Oops. There are no secrets in the ghost world. Maybe we'd better stop talking. It's too dangerous. Sissy, you're not going to talk to me anymore? I think we better get you out of here first. We can talk more after that. Okay, but I'm gonna rescue you now. Just hold on a little longer, okay? Okay, but we'll talk later, right? Don't forget, you promised, sissy. We now have a child in our phone book. Okay. Meanwhile, in Meat Space... What took you so long? I traveled the entire town in search for the finest bread and milk for you, my dear. Depending on where this takes place, that could take a while, or maybe not. But it's late, and all the shops are closed. We're leaving this place, right now. What? But he's not here yet. If we couldn't meet at the restaurant, weren't we supposed to meet here? Yes, and he's the one who chose this location. I don't like this one bit. We have to run around doing all this extra work, all for the sake of his deal. Be quiet. It can't be helped. This place is too dangerous. I told you, my sixth sense is very strong. All right, as you wish, Beauty. I feel it. I sense something here in this room. Is somebody there? Can you hear me? Is she talking to me? Yes, she is. I can sense your presence, you know. The next time I sense you, this child will die. Remember that. All right, we're leaving. Pardon me, little lady. Back in the box. Hey, at least leave her book with her. Let's see, I played Ghost Trick at least 3 times on the DS. Loved and still love this game. Yeah, I played it once on the DS, but I haven't played it since then. And then just pretty much, I forget when it was. Was it maybe part of a Nintendo Direct? They announced they're doing an upscale re-release of it. Figured a good time to jump back into it. So yeah, I guess really I haven't played this game in, looking at a clock, I guess it'd be 13, 14 years. Still fun. All of a sudden, I'm left behind alone. Alone in the room that stole that little lady's smile away 5 years ago. That little lady is gone now, leaving me with only a few new facts. A few very heavy, very sad facts. Does Lynn know about all this? One other thing stands out in my mind. I can sense your presence. Some of that kidnapper's final words. Do those two know? Do the kidnappers know about the powers of the dead? Pa-pa-pom. Wait, let me do a trick. Oh! Thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Popoto Pile. Although I guess technically that's if you follow the channel. But no, I very much appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Let's see. There you go. Order of operations matters. Now you're in the Popoto Pile. Let's see here. Gonna keep playing. Yeah, I'm really glad they also, like, upscaled the graphics some. Like, they didn't just upscale the models, they also, I think they redid the character models just to get more resolution on there. The higher detail graphics really do this game justice. It makes some of the more bombastic character animations look a little absurd, but that's a good thing. Like, I'm blanking on his name. Wait a minute. Do we have a... I can't pull up the phone book. But like the detective dancing on the way in, and then that also one prison guard who dances during the power outage. It's so delightfully extra. Anyway, it looked like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Joe's daughter, Camilla, not the minister's daughter. The minister's daughter was sick in bed. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. The devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. I told Lena that I had found out about the kidnapping. That it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who'd been abducted. That the kidnappers had been holed up in Camilla's old house, and that they sensed my presence and were already gone. Taking a sip of tea. But Camilla, why do they have Camilla? Her father isn't the stupid old Justice Minister. I think the stupid old part are a little uncalled for. I don't. Looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow. The poor girl, kidnapped for the ransom of her own father's execution. It's just too much. And it's a cruel twist of fate, I agree. And then there are those other twists, too. Like the kidnappers winding up and using Camilla's old house as their hideout. There's no way it could just be a coincidence. And then sensing my presence. They seem to know about the powers of the dead. So, I remember one of the big twists late in the game, but I don't remember... There are a number of details that I do not remember. I have a theory at this point, but we'll wait and see what happens. I just don't understand any of it. I told you before, Detective. I want you to stand back. Who cares about distance at a time like this? Look, Mr. Minister. It wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped. Don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. Ah! How can I believe in you? I'm a realist. If you don't believe what we say, see for yourself. Just call home and... I tried calling 100 times. My wife won't answer. She won't? It's complicated. Oh, why does life have to be such a complicated thing? But if she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything's normal? It doesn't prove it. And I'm being watched. I can't have the police go check for me. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed. What difference does it make if it's not my own daughter? Okay, at least he's not just covering his own butt here. Hoo-wee. That's quite a pickle. Mr. Minister, quite a pickle. Miss me, baby? Inspector Cabanella. What I want to know, and I think I know the answer, is that how he walks in his own house? Like, that's just what he does? I kind of hope so. I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. The escaped prisoner has been apprehended. Thought you might like to see him, so here he is. Detective Jode? Detective Jode, I'm so sorry. I tried... I know that you're innocent. I just can't prove it. I'm so sorry. Lynn, please, don't apologize to me. Ah, the beautiful love between a teacher and student. It brings a tear to my eye. You knew, didn't you, Inspector Cabanella, that the execution was tonight? I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you. And you're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jode could never have done such a thing. Oh, come on now, baby. I know no such thing. Huh? I know two things to be true and two things only. One, he was given the death penalty. And two, he tried to escape. What else could I do but haul him in, baby? I can't settle on a voice for this guy. Sorry. I keep jumping between, like... I'm trying to go for, like, jazz announcer on the radio, but I keep slipping into Foghorn Leghorn or Frank Underwood from House of Cards. Sorry, folks. If that's the case, why did you bring him here? Whatever do you mean, young lady? He escaped from prison, right? So why didn't you just take him back to the prison? Good question. I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. Isn't that right, Inspector? For your own selfish reasons? So, were all those rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is a spotless record? Is that more important to you than saving a friend? Everybody has certain principles that they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday, baby. That's enough, Lynn. But, Detective Joad, I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be. But... Hey, Dingus, what you gotta say? My poor Amelie. Is she alright? Actually, the girl who was kidnapped is named Camilla. Why is a dream talking to me in my head again? Wait a minute. Amelie? Could that be the Amelie next door? Yes, I think so. Wow. I didn't know the Justice Minister lived next door. No, not me. My wife. It's complicated. Yeah, I bet it would be pretty hard to admit she left him. The minister's wife ran away on him? Don't look too happy there, Lynn. It's rude. Maybe they grew apart, what with him being so busy? Yeah, I bet you're right. Please stop gossiping about me inside my own head. Nope. Nope. Don't need that. Yep. According to what I heard, Amelie was supposed to go to some sort of lesson tonight. Those horrible kidnappers. They were lying in wait for her. But Amelie didn't go out after all. She couldn't. She had a fever. Huh. And so the kidnappers grabbed Camilla by mistake instead? I mean, I guess if they came out of the same building, that's an easy mistake to make. Apparently. Amelie and... I don't know if it's Amelie or Amalie. I've been saying Amelie, so I'm going to roll with it. Amelie and Camilla are about the same age. Kidnappers must have gotten the two of them mixed up. It's my fault. If I hadn't asked Camilla to do that errand for me, this never would have happened. Oh, right. You asked her to bring the music box. Camilla. You go up. Over. What's up, Jode? So, Mr. Ghost. We meet again. I hear something happened. Something about a kidnapping? Some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What's their demand? The carrying out of your execution. Tonight. I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die, and it's all over. Very simple. It's not that simple. Why not? Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Camilla. What? Camilla? I checked it out for myself. I'm positive. No, it can't be. And by the way, Camilla told me something interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camilla herself. What? What are you talking about? Don't listen to him. I'm the one who shot her. I'm the one who shot Alma. And when I'm executed tonight, that will be the end of it. Camilla won't have to suffer anymore after tonight. For a capable detective, you sure say some incredibly misguided things. Your dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. It'll just bring her new suffering. The only person's pain this execution is going to ease is yours. Oh! Nailed it. Is it true what Camilla said? Why don't you tell us what you know? To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife's, Alma's, birthday. We came home from work and she went in first. Bang. Mom! Mom! What was that noise? I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. There was nobody there besides Alma and Camilla. Just the two of them. So the little lady's mother died right in front of her. Oh my. That's so horrible. Excuse me for a second. Okay. Pardon me. Camilla told me all about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to. Made an impossible move. An impossible move? Huh. It's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. There's no other explanation. That's what I'd convinced everyone of. Even me. But tonight, you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. Okay, one moment, I'm calling bullshit. The gun setup was still on the wall, the framed pistol. And there's no mention of his service weapon. So what did he shoot her with? I know, I'm overthinking it. The powers of the dead, right? That day, in that room, powers that I didn't understand were at work. And if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about those powers. Is somebody there? Can you hear me? I can sense your presence, you know. The kidnappers who abducted Camilla knew about those powers. This is no ordinary kidnapping. It looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was. Detective Joad. There's still time before dawn. Little, anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die? Camilla was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius in making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption. The first was, of course, the firing of that gun. Right. That was an antique gun I'd had on display for years. Huh. Theory, but let's see what it does. So it wasn't part of the little lady's original design. Of course it wasn't. It was supposed to be a surprise for her mother's birthday. And the other strange point was the movement of that Cupid. Oh, yeah, it spun. Cupid. It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. Still a fire hazard, I want to add. Somebody made a change to the contraption's design and then manipulated it. Yeah, they added string to set off the gun. I don't know what to say. I didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camilla. I made a small adjustment to the scene and turned myself in. What kind of adjustment? The gun, of course. The gun, huh? Come to think of it. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, it all tracks now. There was no gun there. Just a picture hanging on the wall. Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of that frame with the picture. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption, but one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking. So that gun really did shoot Alma. I hid the gun before I went to the police. You hid it? I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective. Uh-oh. What? You mean... And that detective still thinks it's a music box. So that's what was in the box, huh? I got a different murder weapon ready to give to the police. My own pistol. Okay, yeah. And I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into details. When it was all done, I turned myself in. Alright, well, that's all that. Detective Jode, is what you told us just now true? Yes, of course. In that case, there's still time. Still time? Time to solve the case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Jode. And of course, little Camilla didn't do it either. So the true perpetrator is still out there. And I'm going to prove it. For Camilla's sake. That sounds wonderful. Thank you, Detective Jode. Lit, where is that music box now? In Temsic Park. Camilla left it there. That gun is important evidence. You'd better go pick it up. Isn't she still in trouble for, like, lots of things? Yes, sir. I'll go right now. Sissel, take care of Detective Jode. And do something about the kidnapping, so we can get the minister on our side. And yet again, I say, easy enough for you to say. What's going on? Deal me the deal, Mr. Death Row inmate. A little change in plans. My daughter has been kidnapped. I can't just go off to die without doing something. But you're in our custody, don't forget. Back at the prison, everyone's waiting for you, with a special seat just for you, baby. Then I guess we better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I want to save Camilla, in more ways than one. And that's all there is to it. I see, my old friend. In more ways than one. What say you, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Should the execution be carried out tonight, as planned? Or should we hold off and wait for this important evidence to come in? See, there's the Frank Underwood. The order still stands. Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement. Can he arrange for a traffic jam or something? As you wish, Your Excellency. Please, don't bow down to me. And especially not that low. In that case, can I have one of your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up? Would you be so kind? Yes, sir. Where did that chair come from? The van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate? Okay, and there's Foghorn Leghorn. Okay, so we're going back to... We're going to Temsek Park? Oh, nope. Oh wait, yeah, let's mess with this guy. Excuse me, Mr. Minister? I can't hear you! La 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 la. I'm sure you've heard everything we've been saying. Are you telling me you don't believe any of it? Let me speak plainly. I don't trust you. But there's somebody else whom I trust even less. Oh yeah? Who's that? Me! I can't explain your existence. It's not normal. But I'm pretty abnormal myself. So maybe you're a figment of my imagination. A delusion. Would you listen to a delusion? To be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about. I got the bit about you not trusting me, though. Good. Now screw you too, dude. I'm glad to see Detective Jode all fired up now, but I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Lynn does come back with proof of Jode's innocence... Ah, yeah, Temsek Park, we gotta get the music box. It'll be meaningless if Jode or Camilla dies. Gotta do something about that kidnapping. Somehow. Maybe I should ask for some advice from the capable detective here? Oh. Let's just go back. Yep. Most likely, the minister won't stop the execution. Not as long as there's any small chance his daughter is the one who was kidnapped. But she isn't the one, I'm sure of it. Well, it would be great if we could prove that to the... Okay, we gotta get the wife to call in. We could prove that to the minister. Prove it? How? I doubt his wife is ever gonna answer that phone if we call from here. If we call from here. But a telephone works in both directions. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost? Yes? I have to admit, I don't like depending on others. But you're the only one who can change the situation. Gee, Detective. These past 5 years, Camilla is the only thing that kept me going. I can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? I'll try. The key to getting the Justice Minister to stop the execution is his wife and daughter. But is there a way? Okay, so we gotta go to the... Nope, not you. Stop it. So we gotta go to the apartment next door and get, maybe have her call. Well, that's where we're going, I think. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna take a very brief, stretch break. Yeah. I'm gonna take a short break. You go do the things that you need to do, because that's what I'm doing. Also gonna run ads for a couple of minutes, so yeah, get away from the computer for a second. All right, be back soon. All right, and we are back. There we go. Okay, so I believe we're going to... Yep, this is the one. You do check in on the wife. Just as I thought. This little girl is safe in her bed. If she calls in, like the wife won't talk to the husband, but if the daughter calls in, then problem solved. Probably. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. The last link in a long chain of a sad fate lit a fire in Joe's heart. And the chance to turn it around is right here in this room. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far tonight has related back to me in some way. And I bet this mistake-ridden abduction does too. Oh, that was a chapter stop. Chapter 13, 12:51 a.m. I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. I mean, at least he cares that someone is kidnapped, but... yeah, let's clear this up. The key to dispelling the minister's doubts is now in bed, coughing, and I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. Damn, she's typing with one finger on a mechanical-ass typewriter. Also, I don't care how it looks, that is a bowl of wine. My darling angel. Oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing. Did you leave your nice warm bed to go out in the night to play? A daughter after my own heart. But I must confess, I didn't even notice you were gone. Mother of the Year here, folks. I didn't go out to play. I went to buy Papa a birthday present. He said he wanted a new lighter. But that's no reason to go out this late at night. But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that. But look what it brought you. Your fever isn't worse now than ever. Here's to the feverish passion of my darling angel. Mama? Yes, darling? Let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight. Not tonight, Amelie. I hate you. Looks like this little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved, all the same. There's another lucky development, too. Amelie wants to call her father. Now, if I can just make use of that feeling somehow, it would surely bring the Justice Minister around. Does she have a core? She does not. The phone. Amelie, I told you you couldn't call him tonight. Why not? Listen to me, Amelie. Your father is about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider. What do you know about it, Mama? He's the one who's the Justice Minister, you know. All you do is write weird novels. Uh-oh. What do you mean, weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? Now you've made me really angry. You really have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? Lady, you don't threaten your kid with a wine bottle. I mean, not like he was gonna smack her with it, but still. Mother of the Year here, folks. Haters. There. I'll be keeping my eye on you now, so you won't do anything else mischievous. Like calling your father. I hate you. I can hear you, you know. Well... yeah, let's just start fires. It works for us already. Ah, beans. Turn the knob. Turn the knob. I'd better not put out the lamp right now. It will only pour oil on the flames of anger in this lady's heart. I want to give Amelie a chance to use the telephone. I have to think of a way to keep her mother out of the way. Okay, what do we got? We got the pendulum. I don't know that making a sound here will help. We can certainly drop in Mr. Rat. That'll do something. Valves. What a pair. I don't know what this family's issues are, but I do know I have to do something about this lady so Amelie can call. Lady's dictionary. Wasn't this on her desk before? Poor thing. Destined never to be returned to the bookshelves. Oh, those are some chewed up cables. That's a fire hazard. That is very much a fire hazard, and I hate it. Okay, that didn't do anything. Hey, lady. Have a mouse. Sorry, mouse. Whee! Well, well. Having a good time, are we, little rodent? Okay, now, don't... Hey. That's not cool. Did you fancy the vintage, my whiskered friend? Okay, lady, that's not cool. You don't bludgeon small animals with a wine bottle. Unless it's really funny, which it was not. I hope Mousie's okay. She's more powerful than I thought. Looks like she tipped the wall candelabra to one side, too. The angle of those candles. I get the feeling I've seen something very similar to that quite recently. So somehow we have to get those things on fire. Is the mouse okay? Up. Oh no. Now I feel bad. Haters, I think we just fried a rat. Wait. Maybe we can go back in time 4 minutes and save this rat. Is that a thing we can do? Please, save the rat. Oh well. Of course, dim lights suit my story of love very well, but I myself am not very fond of the dark. A justice for rat. Hey, Giselle, thanks for stopping by. I think we accidentally just barbecued a rat. The chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kinds of thrills. Thank you. How is your evening going, Giselle? I really hope that... Is she gonna drink from that? She's gonna totally drink from that, isn't she? This lady has issues. I mean, we all do, but, you know. What a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. I don't exactly know how the situation came about, but I think I owe the rat an apology. The rat seems to be unconscious. We just scrambled last minute to find a place that was open and getting some Indian food like 5 minutes before the cutoff. Oh man, I love Indian food. Come to think of it, I need to find a good Indian restaurant where I live. Because I can't think of the last time we went out. No. I know there are good places in the city where I happen to live. It's just... I think the last time I went out for Indian was before the pandemic. Ugh. I gotta fix that. Not that I know what many of the words mean, but what'd you get? But now that the room has changed into this, maybe I can use it somehow. Okay, the rat's unconscious. We didn't kill a rat. But still, justice for the rat. Alright, what can we do here? Cool, cool, okay. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, let the rat have a nap. Okay, can we futz with this one? I better not put out that lamp right now. Okay, we already saw this one. That didn't do anything. That didn't do anything. What is the play here? Did the valve do anything else? I got some Ali Gobo and Pecoris. Sky got a samosa chat and mango lassi. Okay, I know about half of those words, and they are all delicious. God, I could go for some mango lassi right now. Back. Well, I'm glad you guys managed to find a very wonderful dinner. I am a little envious. Yeah, I gotta find some decent Indian. Maybe there's a delivery around here somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. Can we... Ah. Is this anything? Light the lady on fire! What a naughty chandelier. Let me burn the lady. Oh, maybe I gotta crank the heat before I... Oh! We're about to do a Looney Tunes. Hey, lady. Clonk. Oh. Such insolence. The one thing I'd kill for, which we don't have a lot of, is good Mexican. We've got a lot of decent Mexican restaurants around here. I've yet to find one that is exceptional. I need to look around for that. Yeah, there are 2 in the nearby area. Like, Mexican's one of those cuisines I've found that, like, it's pretty easy to do baseline good, but to get something really special, like something really good, is hard to find. And if you don't give a fuck, just go to Taco Bell, which I do sometimes. No shaming here. This is a Taco Bell judgment-free zone. Okay. You know what? Just see if we can clonk her again. Oh. Didn't work. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Is it insolence or ice insulation? Whatever. I'll look it up tomorrow. Okay, she's not going to go for her dictionary at least. Alright, so maybe if we crank the candles. And then we drop it. Oh, nope, that brought it back down again. That was close. Okay, so what are our interactables here? Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, so while she's distracted futzing with the Crinkadoo... Oh, or she's trapped entirely. Okay, so we did murder her, but she is trapped. That's okay. Let's see, we're a designated refugee city, so we have like a lot of great Viet, Nepali, North Indian, Afghan, Thai. Oh man, I bet that's really good. I want to say there's a refugee town pretty close to where I live. I've never thought to go looking for restaurants there. I should make a note of that. I remember seeing a joke on Torment Nexus / Twitter not too long ago, like, it's strange how up in arms white boomers get about, oh no, all these foreigners in my town. Like, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, all the foreigners are like, if you treat them with a modicum of respect and dignity, earnestly, you are welcomed with fantastic food. I don't get it. Speaking of boomers, let's torment this lady some more. Amelie, help me. Mama. Kid can't get out of bed. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now. Are you that afraid, really? Here's to the weakness of my darling angel. Lady, you have like several matchsticks in that wine bowl. There's a bangin' Somali place down the road from one of us run by our former neighbors. I don't think I've ever had Somali cuisine before. That chandelier is on there tighter than her wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. You just got Looney Tuned. Alright, so I'm gonna mess with this. If I recall, the novelist said she didn't like the dark. I don't want her thrashing around any more than she is already. I'd better not put out this lamp right now. Huh. Crank. Turn. What? What is going on here? Amelie, look. Do you see this? Help me, please. I'm sorry. I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning. So, I guess you'll just have to stay up there spinning too. I'm decidedly okay with this. Burn the lady! Burn! Oh, don't burn the rat! Oh no! Oh my god, this poor rat. This poor rat. Now I feel guilty. Now I really owe that poor rat an apology. But this might be a really good chance for me too. I have to get that phone to Amelie. Okay, I know the play here. With the rat hanging on and partially immolated. Okay, swing harder. Burn. There we go. Sorry. Oh, okay, sorry, bug. Yeah. Mama! What in the world is going on here? I was just trying to light up a mean old lady and we were just torturing this poor rat. Okay, it's cartoon violence. Oh, goody. Excuse me for a moment while I call Papa, okay, Mama? I'll only be a minute. Well, the good news is the rat's not dead. Don't you dare, Amelie. I won't have it. Alright, now dropping eaves. Hello? Papa? Amelie! Is that you? Of course it is, silly. What did you think? But I heard They said you were... No, never mind. It's nothing. Silly old Papa. Happy birthday, Papa. Of all the voices I'm bad at, young girls is probably the most awkward thing for me to try. And I'm bad at all voices. Birthday? Oh, right. It was my birthday today, wasn't it? I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight. Thanks to mean old Mama. Oh, your mean old Mama. I mean, your mother. What is she up to right now? Well, she's certainly up all right. Anyway. My stubborn mother is kind of tied up at the moment. I just hit the rim shot. I'm not going to do it again. Get me down! She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble. No, Amelie. I'm the one who is wrong. Huh? Could you tell your mother I'm sorry? What do you have to be sorry about? I was just about to make a terrible mistake. But it's all right now. Oh. Okay. You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of Justice Minister is very complicated, you see. Okay. But just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother and me. Did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize. Oh, no. Kid's innocent here. Me, on the other hand, I'm going straight to hell. Anyway. I don't think I did anything. But okay, I'll apologize. That's a good girl. Okay, Papa, have a good night. I love you. I love you too, Amelie. Good night, sweetheart. The Justice Minister's voice is fun, but man, it hurts my throat. Mama? I'm sorry. My goodness, why the sudden change? I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand. Oh, Amelie. I thought all you ever did was write those weird novels. That makes me a little sad. Papa said the job of Justice Minister was complicated. Yes, your father's job is very, very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right. I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You're growing up, after all. And I promise to stop calling your novels weird and try actually reading them. Oh, no. No, you don't want to do that. I mean, or maybe you do. But they're probably a bit advanced for her. What? Oh, maybe you'd better wait until you're a little older for that. Okay. So, Amelie, if you're feeling a little more charitable towards your old mama, do you think you could let me down now? You know, I would love to do that, but I'm just feeling too dizzy and sick right now. Tonight, on this holiest of nights, my deadline. Looks like the only thing pressing on me. It looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. Here's to Papa and Mama's darling angel. Enjoy your charcoal wine, lady. All of a sudden, everybody's getting along again. It's such an abrupt change, I can't understand it. Is this what family is all about? I don't know, I thought family was about, like, passive aggression. I don't want to think about this anymore. In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office where everybody is waiting for the prison van. Party van, what? The minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever, quite unlike a father who just learned his daughter is safe. He seems to still be in the depth of despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is going to happen. I just found out that my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Okay, I'm not imagining it. When he was talking to his daughter there at the end, like, all the wrinkles on his face disappeared, and it was kind of weird. Thank you. Thank you for your daughter, for my daughter's sake, and for mine. No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing. Yeah, you did fucking nothing. What did he do? This guy's doing a tuxedo mask over here. But one question. I can't help but notice. Your daughter is safe. And yet, you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? This guy needs to be slapped. Ah! Of course, there's still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. Is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister? Please, let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. Got bad news there for you, buddy. Knock, knock. Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I do exist? That thank you I expressed. That was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to manipulate and control people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known, you know, for quite a while now. But I had no idea they were the powers of the dead, of ghosts. Known? Known about what? We knew about the existence of somebody who can control others. A manipulator. What's this? That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jode. Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. Bruh. One moment, sip of water. God, like, trying to force these deep male voices hurts the ever-loving poopy-doo out of my throat. Show must go on. Perhaps next time I should get a lozenge. There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top-secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jode. Right. They don't share too much top-secret information with the inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do they? Tell us more. Yep. This part I remember. The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men have a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible. Impossible? The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office, and the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminals were not of their own volition. But how could that be? The theory that the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. Manipulator, huh? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanela has been studying these cases. He has, hasn't he? Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act. According to the inspector, the first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. My powers certainly don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake. What? The minister done fucked up? You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it? I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Alright, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanela can hear this too. Sip of water? There's something I'd like the two of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanela, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought. Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand. What's this? A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jones' execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. I was being controlled. A bomb. What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister. What's going on? This document. What am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it. Wait! Don't deliver that document! That's when it started. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated. And my memory of the event was only hazy at best. So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, huh? Gee, what does that sound like? Lynn shooting us. Signing execution orders is part of a justice minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But the next day, it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanel's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a minister of justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's this nation's judicial system would crumble. Anyone remember that Dana Carvey sketch about how you can't say the phrase judicial system without sounding drunk? Why did I bring that up? No reason. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So, in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened. I suppose. But it sounds like a bit of an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister. Yes, I know. I should have. I was running away from the problem. And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out. And then, with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. That's why you've been telling people to stay back. There's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp. Pom-pom-pom. What I'm not fine with is the fact that that person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Apparently, different ghosts get different ghost tricks. But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from. Where it comes from? Inspector Cabanella. This manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit. A spirit? As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now. What? What did you say? Joe, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too. I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you. Spirit? Ghost? God's in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister, I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. Yeah, don't be suspicious at all there, buddy. I recommend you think long and hard before you're making your final decision, sir. AKA, get me out of the room with these crazy people. Who is it? This is Lynn. I'm at the park. We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence? Well, the situation here is... it's kinda difficult to explain. Sissel, if you're there, come to the park immediately. Oh, snap. It looks like your help is needed, Sissel. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Wait, do we want to talk with folks? Hey, buddy, what you doing? I knew, actually. Right from the beginning. Knew what? That you saved my life. The first time we met tonight. Oh, that. When I talked about the miserable, pathetic, short-sighted, disgraceful man, I knew I was talking about me. I hated who I had become. But you helped me accept the truth. Appreciate the truth. Now I truly understand the wonderful support I've been getting from so many, including that of my loving family. I'm glad to hear that. I'm starting to realize what a lucky man I am, and it's all thanks to you. Quote Wayne's World. Isn't it better? Isn't it great now that we're all better people? Why did that pop my neck? I never saw that one coming. The minister was being controlled, huh? I'm truly sorry, Detective Jode. I have no excuse to offer you. You know, maybe it was all for the best. What do you mean? If you had never been manipulated, you never would have believed the power existed. After all, you're a realist, right? Just goes to show you, you never know when even the worst things can turn out good. Detective Jode, I don't know what to say. Alright, Sissel, you better go help Lynn. She's a good kid, but she's got a habit of taking on other people's problems. Yeah, I know. Let's see, she's in Temsic Park, right? Go into... No, not you. Go in... the park? Can I have water? Yes, I can have water. The park. Lynn calls, and I oblige. I take off towards Temsic Park, a place where clearly something big is taking place. The Manipulator, the person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Jode's crime, the execution orders, and even my own death. Could it be? Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? Yeah, I'd say it's pretty likely there, buddy. Cool, cool. Doing a save. One moment. Okay, that's weird. I hit a macro button on my keyboard to mute my mic so I could yawn. Apparently that registered as a negative by canceling out. Anyway, we didn't lose any progress. Chapter 14. It's 9:55. We can definitely do one more chapter. I don't know if we can do two. But yeah, at the rate we're going, we will be finishing this up next week. Or I should say next session, which would be next week. I'm still right. Temsic Park, the site of the little lady Camilla's abduction tonight, and the place where an important piece of evidence, the music box, was hidden. Wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. At least she isn't dead, but what did she find? Yeah, consultant. Okay. Let's go check in with... Oh, hey, it's the... I don't like this... This guy's nose... This guy needs to see a doctor. That's not how noses are supposed to work. Huh? What's he doing here? La la la, let me spend a moment's time with you, my love. The world will not end if the food delivery is a little late, la la la. A little late? It's already ice cold. Hey buddy, go for a lift. Whee! Oh, okay, we can in fact swing while that's happening. Whee! Oh wait, there was one thing we can interact with up here. Nope. Okay, bye. Let's just close the brelly. What is this rugby ball? Yeah, I know. What else we can do here? Open the belly. I didn't do anything. Okay, let's spin the globe. Alright, then we'll catch a rad. Alright. Up, Lynn. Oh, there you are, Sissel. From your dejected expression, I gather you didn't find what you were looking for? Right. I can't find the music box anywhere. But I found something else instead. Something horrible. Horrible? What is it? There, in the grass. You'd better see for yourself. That is a dead Teletubby. They murdered, I don't know any of their names. Tinky Winky, is that a Teletubby? I don't actually care. Anyway, looks like a dead body. I nearly died when I saw it. And I suppose now that we've just found it, we can't just leave it there, can we? Nope, I suppose not. Okay. Killed by a mascot. Oh, this guy. Forgot about this guy. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the rock of the gods. You there. You're talking to me, aren't you? I have some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know you'll be very interested in. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly. Examine it in detail. Never mind right now. Do you remember your name? My name. What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? Okay. Come now and study these tracks with me, my brother. Oh god, he's trying to give us chick tracks. Is Jack... Are those, Jack chick tracks, whatever? Is that still part of the zeitgeist? Or am I just dating myself? I kind of hope the guy's just completely faded into obscurity. Anyway. Come and learn about the Rock of the Gods with me. The night is no longer young. As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching. But we are young. Forsooth. Look, I don't have time to get involved in your way of life. But I am interested in your way of death. So let's go back to... Back to 4 minutes before your death. Tokyo Tomare Zawaldo. Oh geez, this guy's been dead for hours. And so I made up my mind. I resolved to live here in this park and defend it. Okay, and what does that have to do with this Rock of the Gods you mentioned? You still don't appear to understand. It's written quite clearly in the 4th leaflet in great detail. Excuse me, but I have to use the restroom. Eek. I'm coming. Just hold on. I'll be right there. I've located the target, beauty. A girl of the right age, coming out of the right apartment building at the right time. Yes, my dear. I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? Creeping on little girls, this guy should go to jail. Eek. Oh gods, what do I do? What should I do? I have to do something. Nani the fuck? What in the world? What just happened? Oh, that's Mino. Mino? Mino the mascot, the symbol of Temsic Park. Forget about the name of that big creepy lump of concrete. I'm talking about the way it changed direction. Did you see that? Yes, I did. We witnessed it with our own eyes, the power of the Rock of the Gods. That was the power of the gods. The power of the gods saved that little girl. And then that same power very deliberately crushed you instead? Yes, precisely. That is called the mischief of the gods. Was it the mischief of the gods, or was it a ghost trick? But, nah, it couldn't have been a ghost trick. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in midair. But wait a minute. What if there was somebody with much greater powers than me? Uh-oh. Some water. All right. Look at that. There's another flame besides mine. Oh, so that is the flame of a god, is it? But hold on. Your spirit is a flame too, isn't it? Yeah, so? Pardon me, but... Are you a god? Ray, when someone asks if you're a god, you say yes! Ghostbusters, still a very good movie. I sincerely doubt it. The last minute, that big lump of concrete made a huge swing to the side. It was probably that flame's doing. Who could it be? I definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related. Maybe I better try talking to this person. Got a bad feeling about this. Hey, buddy. What the? This person with much greater powers than me, it's... you? Hey! Sissel! It's Missile! I forgot about this. Sissel! Oh my, it's... Missile! You look well for being dead. Did you see? Did you see what I did? I did it! I really tried really hard and I did it! I saved Miss Camilla! Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How did you get the powers of the dead? I'm glad you asked. After Miss Camilla went out and you left... Oh, Christ. I worked like crazy to make my own path, and I did it! This dog get themselves killed. Oh, no. Okay, good. And then I follow Miss Camilla out into the big wide world. And then, here at this park, I found her at last. Yes, you guessed it. I barked. You bet I did. And then I went running after her, too. You've been hit by, you've been struck by, truck. And then I guess I died. Then I was unconscious for a little while. And when I came to, it was all over. Poor Miss Camilla. Crushed under that big scary lump. Oh, what have I done? I am so sorry, little lady. Please forgive me. Miss Camilla! I had to rescue Miss Camilla. It was up to me. I cried out from the depths of my heart. And then... I can't tell you how surprised I was, but I bet you understand, right? Better than probably anybody else could. And then I remembered what you did for me, how you saved me. So, you went back, right? Back to 4 minutes before the little lady's death? You bet I did. There was a big glowy thing in the ground. That's important. Yes, my dear. I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. Now's my chance, I thought. I saw the core. I don't know, it looks pretty far. I stretch out my paw towards the core. Oh, how I felt at that moment! I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Sissel. Go ahead and try it for yourself. Whoa! Whoa! Whee! Great, we're being outclassed by a doggo. He's a cute doggo, but, you know, yoink! I can't believe it. How could you connect over such a great distance? Well, they don't call me Missile for nothing. And so then you manipulated that Mino thing and threw it aside? Right on top of my head? Well, no, actually. Huh? I can't manipulate things like you can, Sissel. You can't? Then how did you... I didn't know what to do. Then I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye. And it had a core too. A single leaf hanging from the tree. I tried reaching out to the leaf. Yoink. What in the world? I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them. As long as those two things have the same shape, that is. Swap things with the same shape? Go ahead and try it. Press swap. Boink. That's incredible. So that's how you saved your mistress, is it? And that's how I became caught up in this, is it? I'm very sorry. My powers were too meager. Meager? Because, you see, I saw one more. I pretended... Oh, I happened to notice one more core. There was something with the exact same shape stuck in the branches of a tree. Hey, you're right. If Mino could be swapped again with that, then disaster wouldn't have to rain down on my head. But what is that thing? Too big to be a leaf. It's the football. Or rugby ball. That is what it is. Whatever it is, I'd much prefer it on my head than Mino. I too cannot settle on a voice for this guy either. So why didn't you swap them, Missile? I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Sissel. But this was just too far for me. I couldn't reach. And so the hippie had to die. I must admit, it's a fascinating spectacle of death, if I do say so myself. I kept retrying over and over and seeing if there was anything I could do. Bet there's something you can do now. Huh? If we work together, you and me... Sissel, you think so? I don't plan on letting anybody die in front of me tonight. Do you think you could help me? Of course. Naturally. So we're going to drop that Mino thing in a different spot. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back again to 4 minutes before. So for this to stick, Missile has to stay dead. I don't know how to feel about that. Oh, excuse me. Okay. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. And then you have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. I believe that's a rugby ball. Okay, rugby ball, huh? With the rugby ball where it is now, Missile can't reach it. So that means I have to move it closer somehow. Looks like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile. Okay, I'm ready. Whenever you want to use my swap trick, just press R2. That way, you'll be able to control me. And then if you press R2, control will come back to me. Okay, let's try it. Together, we can stop Mino from hurting anybody. Alright, so first order of business. Oh, would you look at that? Sure are a lot of round things around here. Oh boy! That means it's time for me, right? Oh boy! My hair is also round. Let's see, to use Missile's powers, I just tap R2. I'll try it and see what happens. Okay, yeah, we need to get the seesaw up a little higher because we don't have reach. Oh, didn't need to do that. Here comes the hippie. Ah, shit. How do I do this? Ah, damn it. I'm gonna have to restart this. Yeah, that was the moment just then. What I'm not sure on is how I actually use the power. Damn it. Now I'm just getting fat-fingered. Ah! There we go. Okay, so do I... Sissel? That funny flattened ball is still in the tree. Yeah, I know. And, there isn't much more time. I have to find a way somehow. Okay, so we do have to directly swap them. Alright, yeah, let's rewind. I screwed up. It's a little hard to link those with a thumbstick. This is the case where the DS stylus was way better. Alright, let's just move around. Alright, let's get him in position. Okay, and let's go... No. There we go. Do the swap. Okay. I should probably... It's too heavy. The seesaw won't budge. Maybe because of that swap I made? This little ball is about all the weight I can handle. Shit. Wrong button. Okay. Let's... Well, let's see if this works first. Oh, wait. No. The basketball. is so heavy I can't move it very much. Maybe because of that swap I made? This little ball is about all the weight I can handle. Okay, but this might be enough. Alright, swing-a-doo. Damn. What do you think of my lightning-fast pace? I wish you would knock it off, that's what I think. We don't have time to prepare. I think I have to find a way to stop him from running. As far as I can see, the only way to do that is to use the playground equipment. The what? You know, the seesaw, the swing, those things. Precisely. Except, there is one more piece of equipment, to be exact. Problem with the equipment, huh? Maybe I should rethink things here. Alright, well, let's try it again. Wrong button. Okay, maybe... Well... No. Man. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, let's see what he'll do here. Because we have swapped it with round objects. I thought the basketball might be something here, but it is not. Maybe I can trip him up with the tire? Look at this funny flattened ball. It's the same shape as that horrible Mino, but it's too far to swap from here. Even this ball is starting to look horrible to me. We have to find a way to get this ball closer to that Mino thing. Knock it down from the tree, I say. Must be something we can do. Alright, Missile. Your powers are the key this time. Okay, I'm ready. I can swap anything that has the same shape. Just call on me if you need anything, if you find anything you want to try. Probably the best thing is to just try a bunch of things and see how it goes. If I see something we can swap, I should use R2. Wrong button. Okay. Hey, what? Can we swap? I think we tried that already. Hmm. Wow, I didn't see this coming. Don't you know the first thing about the globe climber? Huh? Even little children treated with the respect it deserves. They know that unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it. Yeah, it does look pretty dangerous. Looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air like this for a while. Just might buy us some time. Maybe he'll just keep spinning around like that for 4 whole minutes. I'm sorry, but I don't think I would stand it for that long. Anyway, at least we stopped him from running for a while. Let's do what we can while we have this chance. Okay. Nope. Oh, that's not a... Is that a core? Okay, now we can do something with the umbrella. Maybe. Oh, that was so close. If it hit the ball, it would have knocked it down. What all this umbrella can be used for? Knocking the rugby ball down? Don't forget about my powers. And don't forget about my recklessness of youth. Anything similar? Kind of shaped like a trowel, but I don't think that's right. I'm gonna give this one more shot. Ah, it can deflect. Sizzle, did you see that? Did you see the seesaw? Yes, it really sent that little ball flying, didn't it? Such a pity. It's too bad it didn't hit the rugby ball and knock it down. Maybe it's a little too light to do that. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe we should try setting something up a little heavier. Okay, I've got an idea. If we set the basketball there, then maybe it'll knock the umbrella and hit the rugby ball? That's my guess. Water. Okay. Moving along. Alright, skip that ahead. Okay, let's get missile in position. Whew, here you come already. I swore to myself to not repeat my mistakes. Mistakes? When somebody's in trouble, you should lend them a hand. Otherwise, you'll definitely regret it. And now the recklessness of youth has taken over, giving me a lightning-fast speed. I've been thinking. We could stop this man from running. Maybe he wouldn't get squished. It won't be easy to stop me once the recklessness of youth has taken over. Stop him, huh? Let's get the basketball. All right. Now let's swap that with the basketball. Switch over to Sissel. Nope. All right, let's go up. Okay, and then let's get missile in position. Look at, okay, we already got that. Okay, I think we've got it. The basketball will knock the umbrella, which will knock the rugby ball. And I believe we're good. Probably. I have thought that before. Except that didn't work. Okay, the umbrella's got to be open. It'll catch the basketball. Yoinks, and away! Yeah, I know, round things, blah, blah, blah. Start getting him in position. Okay, then do that. Yep, I know. Okay, then he's gonna come running around. And as he's spinning, I'll hop on the baseball. All right, now let's go up. Love letter up. All right, get the Brelly. Open the Brelly. And I believe that's the step here, because if not, I'm stuck. Let's make sure we've got... Yeah. Okay. Okay. And so Sissel, or Missile, is going to change basketball. All right, finally some progress. There, we moved the ball. What do you think, Missile? With the ball there, I think I can do it. In just a few seconds, So swap Mino with the leaf. Then from there you can swap Mino one more time. The final moment is near, Missile. Are you ready?
You bet.
Alright, let's get him in position. Okay. Button. Trick. Trick. Okay.
Okay, watch me, Sissel. Here I go.
Finishing touches. You can do it, Missile. Swap Mino with that ball. Okay. And... swappity swap. Bonk. He's not dead. He's not dead.
There. How's that?
My head has been spared. Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods. And now Mino is right where he belongs.
We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? We did it. Now nobody has to die.
Well, except for you, Missile. Except for one brave little somebody.
Huh?
I'm talking about you, Missile.
Oh, me? I guess you're right. I'm still dead, aren't I?
So now let's go back and save your life.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer.
What?
When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla. And to do that, I need these powers I have now.
What a good boy. I see. Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that. Hey, we just saved you. Don't wish your life away already. Oh, of course. You're right. Okay, Missile. Have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. When we get back to the present time, could you give it to her? Certainly. You have my word.
Let's go back then to the present.
Sip of water. Playing with a leaf. And so Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Lynn listened to my story without saying anything. That is a really strong umbrella to hold up an entire goddamn tire. I'm sorry. I wish there was something else I could have done. Excuse me. Yawning a bunch. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's all right. After all,
she has me.
Missile? Are you in there?
Miss Lynn, leave Miss Camilla to me. I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her.
Missile.
Eek. Oh shit! Miss Lynn.
Uh-oh. I'm going to leave it up to Missile. Kinda looks like Missile is being left up to the wind. Oh! I have something to give you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the rock of the gods. Okay. Depending on the kind of housing we're talking about, like if we're talking like another like shitty, overpriced high-rise, yeah, stop that shit. But if we're talking affordable housing, boy, there's a conundrum. Affordable housing or a public park? I don't know. Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. My apologies. This is for you. Oh. You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Oh, not at all. I was only doing what the Rock of the Gods would have wanted. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? He's memorized by my beauty. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue. Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be. Have we met before? Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park. 10 years ago? Are you talking about... Have you met this strange young man before, Lynn? I don't remember, but he said 10 years ago and this park. Could only be one thing that I can think of. Looks like I better talk to Mr. Leaflet here. Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we meet once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it? It could just be a coincidence. But apparently you know our lady detective here. Could you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago? Yes, of course. I was actually about to do just that. I don't care about the Rock of the Gods. What's this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning? Don't you know? It's right there in front of us. Oh, it's not the mascot. Aww. Missile. Wait a minute. You say gods, but do you mean dogs? Of course not. Don't be silly. This is no time for ridiculous word games. You are standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at that monument. Monument? Rock of the Gods, Temsic Park. The Rock of the Gods. Yep. The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since that day, it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. Miracle? It was emanating like weird spirit waves when we went by it. So this rock you've been talking about is a meteorite? Precisely. It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know all about it. Me? Okay, I thought the Rock of the Gods was just the dumb mascot thing that crushed him, but if it's actually important, then... Well, okay then. That day, I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down, and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. I'm not mimicking a young girl's scream. Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. I peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. I didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. Is she holding a plunger? That looked like a plunger. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick, it was painful. Just when I couldn't stand it any longer, that's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. Clonk. When it crashed into the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of those beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back. I have a theory. The judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. I've got an idea. 10 years ago, the little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods. Oh my. I can't believe it. The Rock of the Gods was given the name Temsik. And still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth. I never knew about this Temsik. I always thought Detective Jode was the one who saved me. You were very young then, and you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. But that's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. It's strange you've never heard of it, Lynn. It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news and I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. The meteorite was named Temsik after the name of this park that it fell in. Then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning this park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. And so I've taken up residence in this park and am trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park of the Rock of the Gods. That is my mission. I see. I'm sure that's all very important. I'm taking you with me, Missile. So 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that. But Detective Jode, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temsik thing. And if he knew... And the man died. I took his life. What was that confession of his all about? The rocks of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives. Like the ripples on a pond when a pebble is dropped in. Every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? Running out of time there, folks. Haters. Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decided to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there are a few things that I want to ask Detective Jode. We found the music box, Detective Jode. Good job, Lynn. I knew you would. Once everything has been resolved, I wanted you to give this to him. Him? You mean Inspector Cabanella, right? I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me. Detective Jode. Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know. See? He calls that a knack? It's more like brute strength to me. That doesn't fit in there. Here you are. You should find scorch marks on the grip. Scorch marks? When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. It's the kind magicians use. It burns up in an instant and disappears. Why would little Camilla use something like that? I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter.
not leaving any evidence behind and all that. In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. Oh, I guess this is probably Jode talking. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind it on the frame, too. Sip of water. And those scorch marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, it proves a contraption existed there in that room that day. Excuse me one moment, I'm checking one little thing. Alrighty. Oop, wrong button. And it didn't work the way your little girl intended. Is that right? Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified the design. But that angle was never brought up in court. And so, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point. I knew I was right. Yay, we did it. We proved Joe's innocence. Yay. Yay.
And there was much rejoicing.
Okay, it seemed appropriate. It wasn't Detective Jode. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness. Thank you, Lynn. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. Hooray! Let's check on Dingus. What's the matter? I just don't know. What should I have done 5 years ago? Back then, nobody had any way of knowing the true nature of the manipulator. It wasn't anybody's fault that we didn't know the truth. Do you really think so? Of course. Besides, what's important right now is deciding what to do next. Am I right? She's right, Mr. Minister. Yes. Yes, of course. I do believe she is. What is it now? I just don't know. What should I do next? You'll figure it out. We believe in you. Cecil, you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now without ever having I would be gone by now without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. Excuse me, getting sleepy. But things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives and got involved in their fates. The only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow. I just know it. 1 second. Jack and something. Okay, sorry. I had to check on a thing. Okay, sorry. Nothing of consequence. Getting back to it. Where's my OBS? Here we are. Okay. We're connected to each other now, somehow. I just know it. Sorry, one last thing.
Okay, curious. Anyway. Come on, game. And that's why I need to ask you a few more questions in order to find out the truth about us. Fair enough. Fire away. Sissel told me all about it, Detective Jode. About the manipulator. Yes. And it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister, too. Ugh. Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Oh. Sissel, do you think that's what happened to me, too? Huh? What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me you were manipulated, too. There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. That the image of the one who shot me. But now I see the possibility of a new explanation. But who is it? And why did they do it? That contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it? That's right. Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere. No surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine. Right? I knew it! See, Detective Jode? No, I'm afraid I don't see. I told Detective Jode about it. Told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place. That's very strange indeed. A junkyard on the edge of town? I've never even heard of the place. And what's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption. You haven't? Little pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? Detective Jode, you must have heard this name before. Temsic. The meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there. So you found out about that, did you? I hear that meteorite saved little Lynn's life. That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day. But in that case, I don't get it. If it's true, doesn't it mean you didn't steal somebody's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jode, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. What? But it was the meteorite. I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away. No question about it, it was entirely my fault. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer. That's not true. You were trying to save me. Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it. Huh? On that day 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place. Another place? Yes, in the police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. A suspect who was being questioned escaped. Wow, I didn't know about that. I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the case. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park. Whammo. Hold it right there. I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him. Bad. That warning shot made him panic. At the time, I was a young and green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault. Detective Jode. All I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry, Lynn. Excuse me one moment. Okay. No, everything's cool. So the man who grabbed me died that day. These last 10 years. I've never forgotten his face. And then a few years after that, when my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way, I thought it was fate. My punishment for what I'd done. I painted pictures in my cell. Nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget. And tonight, I finished my last portrait, the final face I wanted to remember. The final face. The face of the man in the park that day. Wait just 1 minute. That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. Ba-ba-bum. It was my face. Are you telling me I was the man in the park that time? That's right. That face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. Face of the man whose life I stole. Of the man who was pronounced dead at the scene. But hold on, Detective Jode. That can't be true. I just met Sissel for the first time tonight. And he died right in front of me. By the way, the name that I know the man in the park that day by isn't Sissel. What? From the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? Mr. Minister. Inspector Cabanilla, where are you? Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand. What? Demand? Our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Once we confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage. What are you talking about, Inspector Cabanilla? And you know it wasn't my doctor who was abducted. Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life. Even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. Ba-ba-bum. What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever. What in the world? What's going on, Inspector Cabanilla? You had to stretch. The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people and started a chain of tragic events. And even now, the chain continues to grow ever longer. Inspector Cabanilla's call proved that to us. And the greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? I'm even further from knowing than when I started. Oh, shite. All right. Do you want to keep going or do you want to call it? This is a good stopping point. Let me check something real quick. Nope, not that. Chapter 15. Okay, so we've got 3 chapters to beat the game. So... yeah, we can wrap this up next week. Probably. Okay, yeah, we're gonna call it here. Got the game saved. Let me just bring the volume down and we'll go back to the room. Well, and there's we ams. Yeah. So yeah, we're coming in pretty close to the ending there. I believe there are 17 chapters in total. So if we're starting 15, that's 3 for next week. I think we can finish it. Oh, hey Sky, yeah, thanks for sticking around. Yeah, I've got a few ideas of what Monday night game I want to play afterwards. Bouncing a couple of ideas. I will be discussing that on Torment Nexus, Twitter, as well as possibly my Discord, which is a thing I have. How do I type Discord? There we go. Yes. It's still kind of in the early stages. It's mostly just going to be another outlet for notifications, stream alerts, all that fun stuff. I am hoping to be playing Lethal Company 2 days from now on Thursday. 3 days from now on Thursday. But I need to round up a crew of great assets. I know a few people I will ask. If that doesn't come together, if I can't get at least 3 people, then I'll probably then I've got something else I can fall back to. I'll figure it out then. Why don't we find someone to raid? All right, who all is on right now that I know? Okay, I mentioned the possibility of playing Dead by Daylight. We're going to raid Chubba Bubs. I've watched some of her streams of Dead by Daylight, and she makes the game look really fun. She's a very entertaining person, and I hope you will enjoy watching and maybe give her a follow. She's currently making a push to get to Partner Plus, because that really ups her revenue, and that would really improve her quality of life for the next year. So we'll rate her now, give her a watch, and if you like what you see... Sky, thank you for reminding me. I actually made a tag for that. So yes, copy and paste that business. That is what, or do as you like, but I do have a template worked out. So without any further stalling, let's go ahead and raid. Stick around for the raid, and otherwise, thank you for joining me. Next week, we're going to wrap up Ghost Crimes, probably. And yeah, y'all have a good night. Stick around for the raid.